Clear my throat. Close some things. You know how it is. And then let's. Yeah.
L.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean L? What?
Yeah.
I haven't even said anything. I just said hi.
But don't take
I'll get
offense. We're
lumberman.
just trying to get through the alphabet. M.
Okay. Okay.
I hope you know I was just about to just for that do the end stream.
Oh my god. So.
Hey, to be fair, there's nothing saying zombie can't just restart the stream.
Yeah.
And also, I have said
There's
before, and this is an announcement to any of you other people who have 100,000 points. D&D
I'm not even making
streams.
an announcement.
D&D streams are the only
motherfucker.
streams where I will not refund. I think I even put it in the channel thing. I will not. Yeah, cannot be used on a lore or important stream. Well, this is an important stream to me, so you don't get to end it here. And also, Panda, if you did use it, it would go up to 200,000 until we hit a million. Until we hit a million.
Isn't this technically a law stream? It's ROR law.
So true, it is. Speaking of where we last were. Well, we're in the aftermath right now of what was a very intense fight. Darius, Gragung, and Nabiab of the church party are all dead, having been struck down by you after they attempted to do the same to you. Persephone, was hugging their sister in just pure delight. I'm sorry, I don't know why I hesitated there. Having finally been reunited with them after all this time of not being with the church party, they're reunited. Murdering a couple of their party members in front of them is definitely not the best way to do a reunion, but whatever. Shiro is, fine and dandy. Did he get frozen and not ever, break out? I swear one of you cast it, total...
Yeah, he's frozen under the statue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, because that's how the fight ended, I know. Because Gragung got frozen, and he's still frozen there. He's breaking out a little bit periodically, but he's under the statue, not doing so hot. And just in front of you, after you all recovered... Oh, right, and I almost forgot. Lixon managed to get Sorsen, as he was there, in the neck twice, and in a frantic attempt to escape, he used a book that he's had on him for a while. With his blood spilling into the pages, the book glowed, and he disappeared. However, he did leave the book behind, as it now lies on the floor in front of Lixon, alongside the... Or no, he teleported away with the daggers in his neck, I believe.
No, you said they dropped. When
Did I say they dropped? Okay, I didn't remember that. Yeah, with the daggers lying on the ground and 2 stab wounds in his neck, they lie in a pool of blood next to the book he once had. And to the rest of you who aren't further back in the room, there stands the bright blue light emanating from this cube floating in the...
What is your
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! You should go away now! Anyway, sorry.
Buy my product.
No! This blue cube flips in and out of itself indefinitely as it continues to show new sides of it you've never seen before. As it flips in and out, in and out, it continues to show new sides of itself, and it does. As you all were just kind of standing near it when we ended last session, no?
No, the Pori's back up against the wall, crouching on themselves.
We were seconds out of combat. I think most of us are just fucking reeling from that still.
Yeah,
No,
alright.
Lixon's walking over to the book and the
Ward
daggers.
was trying to get to Victoria.
The Tesseract continues to flip in and out. The very last thing you must destroy on your quest to reach Mortiferum. Lixon, you're touching the book?
Well, I'm picking up the book and the daggers.
As you pull away from the hug from Persephone that she gave you in the... Jesus Christ. In the previous session, she, she's a little nervous. It's been a minute. As you look upon your spoils of stabbings, you pick up your 2 now blood-soaked daggers. But as you pick up the book. In your mind, you hear this almost like a little goblin's voice almost begin to speak to you. Just, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? You gonna open my pages? You gonna read me? You gonna spill some blood on me? Like the other guy did, the bald guy? His head looked like an egg? What are you gonna do?
What are you?
I am a book of secrets. I was written by that guy with the bald head. I'm a little book of spells. I'm a little book of blood. I'm a book of a lot of things. Open my pages and read me. Even though the book doesn't have eyes, and by all accounts it looks like a normal leather-bound book, you can feel in the silence the book is staring at you.
Lixon's just gonna put it, just hold on to it, and while walking over to the rest of the party, she's gonna wipe the bloody daggers off on like her clothes. Just really not giving a fuck.
Yeah. As you begin to walk away, Persephone, watches you walk and goes, wait, I mean, don't you... It's been a minute, you know?
Luxon's gonna sigh and walk back over to Persephone.
Hey, sorry, I know me barging in with, asshole co-workers isn't the greatest reunion, and I did sort of ditch you all first chance I got.
Yeah, you did. You did do that.
She's tapping her fingers slowly on the staff. I really didn't want to, do that, but it was the first kind of reprieve I had in a while. I don't expect you to get it, but I saw a chance and took it, inevitably. I ended up right back where I was, but she kind of sighs lightly and is almost at a loss for words at this point.
Lixon is gonna, whatever hand's not like holding the book, like Lixon's gonna put the daggers back into like her belt, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Little holsters on her belt, and put a hand on Persephone's shoulder. Look, we all take chances and we all make mistakes. And Lixon kind of like glances back over her shoulder and then back to Persephone. And trust me, I'm about to admit to quite a few of them.
Like the one that made you lose an eye, it looks like?
We'll get there, trust me.
I mean, do you want me to look at it? I could,
It's, I mean, it's still there, it's just not functional.
Oh, I see. And it's fortunately not much I could do without offering to cut it out, so not the best, I should probably leave you to it then.
I don't think they'll mind if you stay. Unless you want to leave.
I'm changing the fucking music if this is gonna keep happening. Yo, Persephone, come over, we're having a fucking party! Okay, I'm changing the fucking music. Hey!
Can you just do like an exclamation point clip? Does that work anymore?
You can control X and clip it, I think. And you can also clip it after the stream if you want. Pretty sure you can clip on VODs. Right. Where was I? I need
Oh god, that was so funny.
Go gadget.
That was so funny.
Why are none of my sounds are playing? What the oh, it's muted. It's muted.
I'm so sorry, I'm muted.
Well, I do have a message I need to deliver, but I'll wait until we're all settled and she points her staff toward the tesseract continuing to flip in and out of itself. Thing is dealt with.
You don't gotta repeat that. I was too busy clipping them.
It's okay. She basically said she has a message to deliver, but she's gonna wait until everybody's settled and the Tesseract
Gotcha,
is
okay.
dealt with to, you know, give it.
All right, well, guess we're gonna go deal with that thing then.
Yeah. She points to Shiro, who's still like struggling to get out from under the or well, no, he got up, he just got frozen, but he's like laying on the ground, clearly not looking good. Is he like a friend or
Oh yeah, so apparently Sorsen the Bald One has been mind controlling him the entire time.
oh I was just mainly asking if I should like go stomp his head in or tend to him. I don't know.
If you could tend to him, that would be fantastic.
Right, yeah, I can do that. You see as she leaves you to your business, she quickly runs over to Shiro, who again does not look as hot, and begin to put her hands together.
Had the worst thought possible, and I'm not gonna say it because I don't.
Those two get together.
Stop it!
You see as
Winston would be crushed.
you see
okay,
as
go
she
ahead.
puts her hands on him, you know, this holy light emanating from it as he gets up after the first, you know, kind of curing of wounds that she puts upon him, and he leans up against a column sitting in the back of the room. He's alive, thankfully, but you know, he's gonna need a minute as Persephone heals his wounds.
Lexon is gonna walk over to the party, kind of keeping a little bit of a distance, but she's coming over. She's gonna make a point to stay, like, towards the side of Concordia. She's really nervous right now.
I would be too.
Before he's having a mental breakdown. The other guy's just like head in like lap, whatever, crouched up, knees to chest.
So that's it then. That's the Tesseract.
Zombie remind me. You said Gragung was like frozen but still intact, right?
Yeah, but he's like dead in there. You froze him solid. He's still under the statue at this point, frozen in place completely.
Concordia is like going up to where Gragung's body would be. If the guy's frozen solid, I don't have to roll to hit him, right?
No, it's the same as being paralyzed.
I like how Winston walks over there, gets up, like sort of by Concordia. Concordia just like, nah, fuck this.
Concordia's like, hold on, I gotta go do something real quick.
Okay.
There are other things to deal with right now. For what it's worth, Zombie, he's taking 20 damage from an ice knife.
Oh god, yeah, you whip up a knife, and as you throw it into his head, just to be sure, with a pop, little chunks of him that are tinted red and somewhat blue from the ice kind of go all over the floor, and you see Shiro, as he's being healed, pick up his hands and sign, "That's cold." He winks.
That's necessary.
At least he knows comedy.
Fair enough.
Winston's gonna take a minute to sneak past forward and go to Labor.
Yeah.
Like, how are you sneaking past me, might I ask?
I'm not sneaking past you. I'm literally just briskly walking past you.
like trying to avoid someone at a party almost.
Yeah. Trying to avoid one at a party, but the room is fucking empty.
Yeah.
Isn't it quite literally trying to ignore someone from the party?
In the
So
party.
true, so
At the
true.
party.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can if I can tell you that Ford is, if you can tell he's staring you down.
Yeah. Luxon's gonna crouch down to, like, Lepori is like in the fetal position right now, isn't he? Or is
Like sitting like back against the wall, knees like completely up to chest, and like head in like lap kind of thing.
she's going to crouch down and take out Lepori's dagger and set it down at their feet.
They kind of like slowly lift their head up and They usually have their like one of their eyes has been like kind of nullified, so you like it's almost nothing behind it. You see the other eye is somewhat like when they look up, it's also that nothingness, but it like goes back to the red for a second and then like switches back, kind of flickering, glitching. They look despondent.
She's gonna very carefully place a hand on his shoulder.
Just kind of, they kind of like jolt a tiny bit, but like
It's all right. It's over.
it's that's the thing though. It's not fucking over.
Well,
It never is. Gotta get rid of the Tesseract. That motherfucker's still alive. I've been trying to be okay with him, so I knew you were coming back, and you were gonna do something. But he's gone.
Corey, I know. I'm sorry. I fucked up. I should have just let you done it.
No, I missed my chance, but I don't want this to end. I didn't even kind of like sigh. What's gonna happen? Am I the only one who seems to live through all this?
Hey, no, we're gonna make it out of here.
Like some sort of god or demon?
I know Concordia told you, but
Through everything,
I
the past, even when I died, I survived. Why do I get out of so much shit? I shouldn't. It's not like something's looking down on me and trying to save me, but at this point, I don't know if I want it.
I want to say something so bad, but I'm not gonna do it.
You could feel free.
Feel free.
There's a way out, but I wouldn't recommend it.
I wouldn't be surprised if even that wasn't possible. H-Regs still seem to be following me. Gotten out of that shit, I don't know how. I've gone through 5 or 6 party members now,
Well,
and I don't even know if I came here on my own. Well, not me. I came with some others, but I knew no one. And it seems like the moment I try to do anything or have something goes wrong. But if
I mean, I'm still here.
you certainly are, and I was definitely shocked that night when I saw you were back somewhat, but
Yeah, that's gonna take some explaining to do.
I understand. I've done it before, but why is it always me?
Well, if you hold on for a little bit longer, Lepori, I can make you a promise at least.
What's your promise?
If gods, I don't even like entertaining the question. You know, once we get rid of Morpherum and all of this, if you still don't want to be around, I'll do what you need.
No, I just kind of like they put a hand up and kind of put it somewhat on like Lixon, or like the hand that Lixon has on Lepori's shoulder, and just goes, "I'm not gonna put you through that. After all this is done, I might survive, but I don't know. I might." You see, like the eye now go just like not glitching anymore, just go fully nothingness, and then just kind of like goes, "I think I've got a way to stop survivor. Okay. Meet a past friend. More than a
Okay. All right. All right. I'll support whatever you decide.
kind of like shakes their head. Sorry. Let me. Give me one sec. Just kind of like puts their head down into like laughfully, and like brings it up with like a spring, and they smile, but their eye kind of twitches slightly. Like, well, let's get rid of this tesseract, shouldn't we? And kind of like starts to get up.
As you all make your way toward the Tesseract, I assume, the two of you surround it, right? The Tesseract
No, I was asked.
continues to flip in and out and hears the talk of you all wanting to get rid of it and goes,
This bitch can't hear me.
okay, you're saying things to it. It's not looking into your mind for it.
No, but how does it sense anything? Does it have ears?
It's a magical Tesseract. Where the fuck are the ears gonna go? Where are the ears gonna go? It's got infinite sides.
I can't be heard with divination magical location.
It's
Oh
not
my god,
listening
just
to
let it
divination.
hear you.
Yeah, I
for
know, I'm
God's
being
sake.
silly. You want to be silly? Yeah, it is me.
You hear as it says to all of you, I could just offer you something in exchange for not killing me. Your objective would be met and you would have a little something for you. Truth be told, I am but a tool for a man I used to respect. He was the first to find me up here, and I rewarded him with a endless, bountiful fountain of knowledge in the form of myself. With infinite sides, you can be in infinite places. Are you willing to hear me out, or will you be brutish and just crack into my crystal structure?
Luxon's just glancing over at Concordia.
She is like her eyes are like really spacey. She keeps like taking glances of like forward and then back at the Tesseract, and she's like struggling to like keep her eyes focused on the one thing.
Connie?
Luxon will sigh and she's gonna shove past forward over to Concordia and like.
You're gonna try to shove past forward, or are you going to?
I'm going to shove past forward.
You can try.
And I want to put both my hands on the sides of Concordia's face and force her to look at me. You gonna snap out of this?
Get out of my way.
Concordia?
Get out of my way.
You need to
Connie?
stop.
I won't ask you again.
Luxon will take her hands off and back up. Holding her hands in the air like, alright, whatever.
Brutish, then.
Connie?
We have to destroy it. We have to.
I could drop the barrier for you.
You should stop for a second. I like a point of the Tesseract. You shut up. Connie? Connie? Connie, say it words.
We have to. There's no other way.
We gotta destroy the Tesseract?
We have to.
Alright. I'm good to destroy the
Please.
Tesseract. I'm good. Do I have any explosives? Stop rummaging through their bag.
I mean, I have something close to an explosive.
You will accomplish your mission either way, I assure you, but You can't be rid of me forever. You'll destroy what I am here, but another place in history, another place where one of my sides converges, I will just re-exist, reform.
Do I do it silly?
You will break what you're trying to break, but what, just another step toward an unobtainable goal? A goal I know that especially this one. You can't really see anything from it, but you can feel as if though it is notioning to Concordia, who is having such an attack at seeing and hearing me, would not be capable of.
Do you have a mouth so I can shut it up?
We can do it.
Infinite
It's
mouth.
not unobtainable. It's we can do it.
Yeah, we can do it.
But you don't even know a thing about him.
Okay.
Concordia, your
Get out of my
memories of him are from thousands of
Get
years
out of
ago.
my head.
Do you
Can I
really
kick the
think-
Tesseract?
It's like It's like-
a light kick.
it's like kicking a window. It doesn't react vocally. It's like
You would break a window.
You hear a donk.
Dunk. Yeah, as you kick it.
Yeah, it's basically just like, just shut up. Just like basically going,
It-
shut up.
It does not pay attention to you at all. It's almost as if though it can't even feel it. You
Do I have? I
Don't.
do. When did I get this?
don't remember what it is now, and if you wanted a chance, which that is if you don't want to go groveling back and asking for forgiveness, then
I'm
well,
tired of this thing talking.
get tired all you want, dear. I'm your best source of information. And I
Okay.
could break the barrier willingly.
What barrier? What barrier are you talking about?
So basically, look, Mortiferum has 4 barriers around themselves. We kind of killed 3 of them. This is the 4th one,
oh
so
my
either we
God.
break it.
You're going to. You
Yeah,
didn't.
we're gonna kill him.
No. Your friend didn't even know.
I kind of just been around here for a while.
I knew we were destroying things. I didn't know what the reason was for it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we can. It's fine. We've got like these. I think it's only really
Look,
me.
I was saved a few months ago from a trafficking situation, and I just kind of came alone.
You all are very unprepared.
I will hit you over the head with this book because I think it's funny. I just like pull out a history book that I've had for so long.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of books, looks lift the book up, she has it in her hand. This thing, it's talking in my head.
Is that your question you want me to answer?
Fuck it, sure, why not? What's this book do?
I should be clear. What I'm offering is to answer any of you a single question. And in
Oh,
ex-
just one question. Oh, shit.
I will then break the barrier in exchange for you all not destroying this form of me. As simple
No,
as-
I guess I don't. I just don't know.
Sure.
Question.
I wink
No,
at Concordia, like very obviously winking.
Do you want
You
to
are
know
testing fates.
what the book does?
I mean, I do, but I also kind of want to destroy you because you're kind of freaking out Concordia over here.
You have to break the barrier, right?
As I said I would.
Yes.
We do what you say.
Can you repeat that?
Yeesh.
I'm sorry.
You'll do as you say. You'll break the barrier. We just
If I
just
could
have to let you go.
be completely honest, I have been bored of being bound to him for such a long time. You would know, and you, Concordia, and yes, I will break it in hopes that you or anyone else will wander inside and do away with the old man.
Okay, but at the same time, how do we know that it's telling the truth? It's the Tesseract.
Fucking
What does-
cube.
I mean,
What does that
you
have
can
to
break it after the fact.
Okay, yes, but I'm saying, like, move if we go in to fight Mortiferum and he pops back up.
Can't you just take it?
Mortiferum will know either way if you destroy me or not.
That's not what I mean. I meant like if we go to fight him, you're gonna be like, oh, joke's on you. You didn't break me. Haha, I'm here now.
The most I could do would be tell him you're coming, which you know he already knows.
No, that's fair.
I cannot move
Oh,
from
Concordia, what
this
can this thing do? Lixon just keeps cutting it off.
No, I
Lixon
think it's
does
funny.
not give. Lixon does not give a shit. What does this thing do?
I don't remember anymore. I used to know.
I was...
Alright, I said the wrong words. Alright.
You said the wrong words.
I have a question for the Tesseract.
Do
Can I just
say.
have this one for free without like the one everyone's being thing, whatever?
No, I'm only going to give you one question each.
Okay, what if I'm really kind about it? What if I'm really nice?
I don't think that's how it works.
Lixon's trying to stifle a laugh.
Ask the question first, and then I will decide.
Okay, well, this is not the question because this is just me clarifying rules.
Okay.
Is it like when the last person asks their question, then kind of thingy,
What?
then you like disappear? Like when the last person out of all of us
No, it's-
asks their question.
It's just
I'll break the barrier. I'm not going to disappear. As I've said, I can't move. If you
Oh,
break
okay.
me, I will just re-emerge either in the future or past or someplace in
Okay.
time,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't be rid of me. Where do you think
Okay,
all the things
so-
you learn go?
I don't know. Hell. That's where I went. But no, my question.
once again trying to stifle a laugh.
My question, like at the thumb against the. What's a way we can break you so you never come back again?
I never said I had to
Um.
answer the question, did I?
Okay, do you want to be broken? I'll find a way to break you every time.
Unless you have some sort of device in which you could travel throughout time in the present, past, or future, you could theoretically find every single one of my ever-growing, infinite sides and destroy me, but other than that being time-consuming and, as I said, a infinite task, no. The only thing you could do is get rid of me here.
What if I call my boyfriend?
What?
Just chuckles.
That's
I don't know.
what?
I don't know. There's something about like disappearance from every single place in reality. I just thought that might work or something.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, I didn't tell you. My
stumped on
boyfriend kind of
this
made a pact
too.
with someone and then disappeared from every existence in reality.
Is that
What?
What?
You know what? That sounds great.
That's,
Thanks for telling me.
I don't know anything about that, and I know
Let's
many-
get to the important thing.
that's your question. You don't get any more.
Yeah, Connie?
We need this.
Do we?
What other choice do we have?
We break it.
And get
And
nothing.
then what?
Well, don't we? Like looks at the thing. Well, if we break it now, don't we get rid of the barrier here?
You would.
Yeah. We break it, the barrier's gone. We do as we planned. Oh no, he
But
comes back up. Nice. What? How's it affecting you, Connie?
We leave here empty-handed.
Well, we destroy the barrier.
He's offering us knowledge. We can't turn that down.
I'm gonna be honest, the last time I asked a thing knowledge, it was one of those fucking orbs. It then kind of went black, flew across the room, and then exploded and got me in jail.
An Oricalis?
Yeah, that was a jailbroken one.
What a juvenile thing to get your information from. It is simple compared to the thing that I am, and
That's right. You guys did go to prison.
Yeah, I went to multiple. Yeah. No, I'm just saying, I'm just a simple person. So like,
Man, I missed a lot.
you went to
yeah, you did.
prison. One of you was given a body back by a god. You pulled a very funny disguise there, little pink one. It was
Okay,
entertaining
we'll get to
to
that.
watch.
We will get to. We will get to that.
This one's been
I
wearing
need you to shut up now.
The rabbit has
Oh,
been
right.
wearing a amulet, making me unable to see them for a long time.
How'd you know I'm a rabbit?
The boy, please.
Because I could see you.
Enough.
Oh,
Enough. I have your question.
Do tell, Concordia. The voice that's always in the corners, ready to hear you.
We know that Sorson's working for that bastard. Who else has he got left?
A legion. Awaiting the minute that he gives the command in about 1 month, 23 days, and 2 hours. Once he gives the command, the entire legion of dead whom once fought in the silly war years ago will emerge back on the island, and with its numbers and the island's unpreparedness for total annihilation, it will be controlled within a matter of hours. That's not to mention the spell he is preparing, but that wasn't a part of your question, was it? Other than that, he considers Shiro, over there, a marked target. Any undead on the island will know to kill him immediately as he's defected.
Nixon's just kind of looking at the book. Motherfucker.
Are you gonna use me?
Laporte's looking at Concordia. It's like, any undead on the island? Shit, do I count as an undead?
Do you count as
Hmm.
an undead?
Do you
I count
want
as an
that
undead?
to be your
Concordia counts as
question?
an undead.
Oh, I press that subject, but I
That's
don't know.
not a good. Oh no, I shouldn't have said that out loud.
Yeah, that's
I'm
kind
not
of
a
why
genie. I
I
don't
bring the subject to me.
get activated when you say I wish.
I wish I may. I wish I might.
I will smite you with divine
We are
light.
not taking this. seriously.
Okay.
Okay,
Do
so
we
is
do-
it one per question for the 4 of us, or is it one per question for everyone in the room?
Or did you say just all of
One
you? Do
per
you mean
question
the entire
for everyone in
existence?
the room. If the 2 back there would like a question, I guess I might as well sling one their way. The rabbit gets
Fantastic,
an
that
extra
gives us
one
more
because their first one was stupid.
There we
Yay!
go. That was see the. We're doing good already.
Laporte's gonna like go up to Concordia and just be like, "Is it affecting you, like mentally? Like not like pressure, but like, is something magical going on?"
I can hear him.
Oh, Laporte like wriggles, like puts a hand behind their neck, just kind of wriggles and is gonna place the amulet on Concordia. Maybe we take a little rest here. Maybe you attune to that during that time.
You do know that the mountain will collapse soon, right?
How long?
You've got
That's
it.
not my question. I'm just curious.
Oh, well, in that case, I don't know. A minute, a
He's
second,
a
an
bitch.
hour, a day. The longer you're up at the top of the mountain, and the longer you're inside it, the more unstable it becomes.
Use a bitch.
We should
Thank
head
you.
out soon.
Okay, so
Yeah, we
who's gonna
could.
ask about the question about the spell, and who's gonna ask about something else?
Wait, why
That's
is
for the rest of you? Concordia's gonna like really slowly start making her way out.
Wait a second. If this place is collapsing, isn't it because you'll be broken? But if you're not going to break until we ask our questions, then what's going to happen? That's not my question, by
I
the
never
way.
It's not going to
said-
break.
I never said I'd break if you all asked questions.
Well, no, as in the mountain
should the
collapsing.
mountain should only break if you break.
The mountain
You're controlling the
breaks
mountain.
and resets often. I don't have any part in that. I just power it.
This place is fucking weird.
It is.
Yeah.
You saw what? 4 rooms compared to the infinite twisting and turning within it. Most of the time, people come in and see dragons and goblins and galores of ore, and yet you managed to see the weirder ones. Statistical nightmare, I'd call it.
Alright, so is somebody gonna ask about the spell the Morpherum is preparing, or are we just... Am I gonna have to do it?
Well, I just want to know, do you take bets? And
I-
can I bet on...
I
Do you
am
play
not
games?
attached to the earthly concept of your money.
Oh no, like maybe, I don't know. If I win,
I can
I get
take
to ask
your
as many questions as I
mind.
want. If you lose, then... Or if I...
Poor,
Yeah.
you already get another question.
Yeah, and I'm saying, what if I can ask forever? And he also says put down a barrier. And also stops talking in people's heads.
I would prefer if you just asked your question and stopped berating me with these silly games I have no time for. Or maybe you have no time for. Plus, at worst, I could just take your mind and place it into that of a newt forever. I really don't think you want to be in a bet with something that can do that.
I don't think... That's it, I don't think.
You have a mind, trust me. I
For
can
now.
read it right now.
We're going to ask questions. What are we doing?
Yeah, we should probably ask questions or something. So, we all currently have one left. Concordia's asked is...
Shira and Persephone can ask.
Yeah. I'll ask about the spell. Okay, so what is the spell that Mortiferum is preparing?
A spell to create something that the god of death couldn't master ever. Eternal death. Anyone, everywhere, who dies will come back. As a revenant, as a ghoul, as a zombie, or even as a simple skeleton that'll break in mere moments.
Well, that's internal undeath.
The island will, of course, be captured via the forces as an example. The rest of the world will either crumble or adapt. And it can be sped up, this spell. Normally, the time it would take for a experienced lich to create and cast this spell would take years, but over time, more fresh sacrifices have wandered into the hands of a certain man you know, fueling more and more. Have you ever stopped to look at the yellow amulet he wears? That's where they go. That's where you went. Of course, Sorsen has every capability to release these souls, but the more he takes, the more he's paid. He only released you for a bit of fun. Every sacrifice takes another week off of the time. It was whittled down to about 3 months by the time you had gotten here. And every second, another week could be gone, and another, and another. All you can do is count the days. Why, the time I'd given you was just the most recent. In fact, I can tell you it's changed since just now. It could change again. Or again. Or again.
Before his face
Eternal
dropped.
death. I have to admit I'm not fond of the man, but oh, what a glorious thing it will be.
Should have we killed him while you had the chance. Concordia kind of like turns off and is gonna go stand like next to Concordia. Concordia's going, or like catch up to Concordia.
Yeah, you run to the door. Oh, don't worry, he's got other sources.
Might would it tell Persephone and Shiro they also get questions? Okay.
Oh yeah, you guys get questions.
What?
Not you, the other two. As they walk past.
No, I was saying that as Persephone. Sorry. What?
Oh, go up to Lixon. Go get him.
What? I don't want to go near that thing.
You have questions to ask. Can like answer any fucking question. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna go.
I quite often just pray to Renovamen for my answers. I don't need that. And
Good for you,
I
God Girly. I'm well.
have well, okay, I was going to say I have infinite knowledge of the cosmos in my bag, but apparently I'm not that important.
Why don't we fed the
You
Tesseract
have
the apple?
what?
Here's a star fruit.
Weird tree gave it to me. He signs across the room to you as he's stood up now, but like Persephone's still tending to like some minor wounds. He's like stood up and he's signing this over the statue. Weird tree gave me fruit of infinite knowledge of the cosmos.
What the fuck do we need the Tesseract for?
I don't
Because
think
that one makes you like insane or something, because you know fucking everything.
I'm just going to sell it.
Okay.
Anyway, bye!
Forward. You have a question?
I have quite a few questions,
You only get one.
but none of them are for this.
I figured that one. All right. Well, I have a few questions too, and I don't know which one to ask.
I'll give you an extra if the red tiefling leaves.
Oh no, I'm keeping my question.
You've been eyeing me up and down. I know you're looking for a right break point. Have you,
Sure, you
Ford?
can
I'm
do
just
that.
saying that, but have you?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
This comes off
I have
like
not been
this
looking
comes
at it at
off
all.
like the Tesseract is trying to say you were checking him out. But
He
you
was
were.
not looking at the Tesseract at me all the entire time.
Fair enough, fair enough. You think you're sly, turning around. It's cute, really.
Ford, please ask a question first.
Surely you'd want to just knock
I don't really
one.
want to.
You just
I'd
knock
rather
one of
ask
the
my
questions you have out. I can answer almost anything.
Well, I mean, I've got this book from Sorsen, and we need to figure out how to get rid of this amulet, and figure out how to stop the spell, and but the best how to best get rid of Motiferum, and I have personal questions.
Anyone will do. You could know why Darius was brought back from the dead.
Stop giving me more questions.
I was suggesting it to Ford. I mean, surely you must be curious. Dead for thousands of years in a war not worth fighting, and yet there he stood, skeletal face and all, burnt up in holy fire. Maybe he was just better than you. Maybe it was just a fluke. I'm sure you'd want to know.
I want it to be known that Lixin is currently looking at the floor. I mean, not really looking at the floor, she's looking at her hands. And she's fiddling with the... what is it, the jade ring? Like, just
Yeah.
kind of like twisting it around her finger.
Alright. Ford.
Lixon, if you answer
sorry.
just this for me, I will leave and let you have my question.
Well, I can't have your question. You have to answer it. You have to ask a question yourself. I can't just have
No,
it.
you,
It's not how this works.
you can. I'm allowing it. I said earlier I would allow it. So long as he
Oh.
leaves.
Alright.
Was she even real? Or was it just some fake made up fantasy you decided to have?
The noise that zombie made.
I didn't mean to make it that loud. I just.
Nixon looks back down at her hands in the ring and stares at it for a second and sighs. And nods. Edwin was a real person, but you did not meet her. She was real. She was Swarsen's childhood friend. But she disappeared a few years ago. I went through a lot of lengths to figure out what she was like, so I could get into Swarsen's head, and ultimately it didn't work very well. Edwin is a real person. I just don't know where she is.
I'm gonna let you sit, was what you told me. But I'm just gonna tell you, it's gonna take a long time for me to trust anything you tell me. Because it hurts. And with that, Ford is walking away.
As Ford leaves and you're left standing there, the last one in the room, as Shiro and Persephone already left at this point, the Tesseract asks you one question before you can ask yours. Do you want to know what happened to her?
Lixon takes a second and messes with a... Does she still have her signet ring? I don't remember. Did she sell it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you sold the noble ring. The ring with your insignia on it, I think.
Yeah.
You sold it a while ago.
Yeah, I think I sold it like for like one of the first few chapters of him.
Mm-hmm.
Lixon kind of reaches to like her other hand where the ring like would have been when she wore it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she looks back at the other ring that she got from Ford. Yes. Like, it just very suddenly just, like, kind of cuts herself off. Yes, I would like to know what happened to Edwin.
That's your first question, then.
Yes.
You sure you want to hear this?
I can't take it back now. Might as well know what happened to her.
A few months ago, well, maybe months, weeks more like, you joined up with the rest of them, disguised as a woman who'd been long gone from this island. Alive, but in a state of singed sadness. You see, a mere 3 weeks before you did this, she was on the island after hearing of some group of heroes and a bald man who was screeching at the top of his lungs fighting them. She knew who it was, of course. She couldn't think of anyone else whom it might be who would be in the area. And when she met with him, he told her of his recent exploits, of how he was working for a very, very rich man. A man who once was the mayor of Konsuo. Of course, with her being native to here, she knew who this was, and couldn't believe when he told her that that's who he was working for. But he's dead, isn't he? Sorsen told her no. He's been dead a long, long time. What do you mean you're working for him? So he explained the lichdom. He explained the evils he'd committed in his name, in the name of money. And a fight broke out between the two of them. They both fought for hours, it felt like. Scorching rays flying, lightning bolts destroying tree lines, gaseous clouds ripping through the vegetation, poisoning it and killing it just a bit more, and in the end, she ran. What was she going to do? Kill her friend? Her one friend that she knew, who was clearly not of his right mind? She ran, scarred and imperfect. She got on the first boat to the kingdom of Consortia and never looked back. Of course, Sorsen wasn't going to just let that simmer in his head. He is afflicted by many memories, and he chose to forget it. Forget the fight, forget that he ever saw her. So when you rolled around, looking exactly like her, with the information you'd gathered about her, knowing what you knew and just putting on the act, he thought it was just a great first reunion. Imagine what he felt when it happened again. Even if it wasn't her. Not that you care, of course. I'm sure your feelings are concrete with him. Not that I have much of a lack of animosity towards him either. That grating voice when he comes in to tell me he does nothing. He should have been executed long ago.
Part of me wants to be selfish and ask the question I was originally going to ask. Part of me wants to know what this book does. Part of me wants to know how we can just put an end to Mortiferum.
Oh, well, that's a simple one. I won't even charge you for that. You kill him. I mean,
Thank
really,
you.
if you think about it, what else is there to do? There's no holy revelation coming. You just killed them. Darius, Gragung, Nabyab, all were the only defense the church would ever give to this island. Even then, it might take days for another to arrive, much less a group to be convinced that the dastardly lich Mortiferum rises again. I mean, Edwin didn't even know, and it was in her history class. She lived here, and she couldn't know. Granted, that was a offshoot case, but regardless, all that you could really do is stroll into his palace and kill him. No one's coming to save you. And these people can't save themselves.
The book.
You want to know
This
what it
one.
does?
Yes.
Originally, it was a book belonging to Gordon Coniferous, I don't care, man who ran a school in Flumen. Sorsen stole it a while back, and after the man turned to gold, or was it? No, the man was there, he stole it under his nose, man turned to gold, whole slew of events. Anyhow, Sorsen took that book and read it very fervently, and placed his own notes and takings into the book you're holding. Destroyed the original, or tried to. It's floating somewhere down the Flumen River after he copied the whole thing. It is cursed in this sense. Because he abandoned the original book, its dark energy was transferred into this one, which gave it a sort of sentience akin to its writer. It will constantly, incessantly demand for you to use it, and its usage is allowing you to cast spells in blood. Simply bleed on it enough, and you could cast any spell your heart so desires. Of course, once you use it a few times, it will get tired. About 4 times or so. Maybe 5 if you're skilled enough. Eventually it will get tired and demand to go to sleep, and until you close it, it won't shut up. And by any spell, I mean spells you know. You can't just conjure up a wish.
Right.
And if you did want to conjure up a wish, you wouldn't have enough blood for it.
So, the fuck, that's another question.
If it's about the book, I will count it as the same.
Alright, does using it corrupt you with
Its only curse is annoyance.
the voice?
Yes.
Alright, then that's... I mean, that's not as bad. I don't think I have any more questions.
Good, because unless
About
it's elaboration on the book, you wouldn't be getting any more.
Right.
I will lower
Well-
the barrier now. You will feel it in a moment. Any parting
right.
words you want to give me?
I don't think so.
Right.
Thank you, I guess.
I don't deserve it, but I appreciate it. Now, if you'd stand back, my edges tend to be rather sharp, and I'm going to be flipping in and out quite a bit for this.
Right. Lixon will start walking towards the exit.
As you begin to walk toward the exit, the Tesseract seems to hold up its end of the deal, continuously flipping in and out. You can hear its edges whirring and swirling as eventually, with a sound, you see a cube sits there perfectly, and you feel this massive burst of energy. All of you feel this. Everyone in the mountain, the whole island even, feel as if something was just broken. Something was just destroyed. Something big and something magical.
Is it a feeling Lepori's familiar with?
You are familiar with this feeling, Lepori. It
Alright.
did hold up its end of the deal. Just like the other 3 times you've experienced it, the barrier was shattered.
Lepori just like whispers, just
That's the fourth.
Yeah, Lixon will go out and meet up with the party.
You all walk out to find the same room that lies before you, but
Ah, fuck.
with little or no time to spare, as you all stand out in the room that you once saw. Hold on. As you all stand out in the room with the eels and everything as you came in before, the entire room begins to shake. The mountain is crumbling before you, and you can see stones falling down from above. The mountain is
fucking
crumbling like the Tesseract said it would. You've now got to get through all the rooms you were just in.
Shit.
The barrels
Lepori,
lay in front
like-
of you. The eels are dead. They're floating on top of the water. Clearly they lived off the electricity. But that doesn't matter. The entire place is gonna fucking crumble.
How deep is the water?
The water, you can't tell. As before, it's very deep. The chain that was in the middle where you had the wand is sinking very deep. However deep it is, you're gonna sink if you fall in.
Alright, time to use Ray of Frost and just fucking blast it all the way down.
Alright, yeah. So you're using it to go all the way across the river? The
Yeah.
water? Alright. Do you all follow?
I'm actually not. I am grabbing a hold of the rabbit.
Lepori's gonna just hold back to Concordia.
Visualizing the entrance of the mountain, Concordia's gonna cast Dimension Door.
Oh!
Only takes 2.
Oh my god! Is that what you say before you all just disappear?
Well, yeah, it can only take the caster and 1 willing creature.
You only take
And I
one
was
other
like,
creature.
as you guys left that
and then
room,
every level
Concordia and
was
Lepori
higher.
were just like in a sort of like a ball hugging each other.
Oh, as you hug each other one more time, we'll see you at the entrance. You hear from Persephone.
Lixon just looks back like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you hear a collective what the fuck come from both Lixon and Persephone with a what the fuck as she disappears, and you then hear Concordia go, wait, I can do that too. Who wants
Concordia
to?
says that? No, I'm joking.
Yeah, Persephone said.
Persephone says that. I can do that too. Will you be okay?
I'll be fine. Fucking take Ford or Shiro or whatever.
I'll take Shiro. She puts
No,
her.
I can go. Let him.
Nope, I'm taking him. You see as she puts her hand on him. I'm sorry, but injured first, and taps her staff on the ground. She, visualizing the entrance to the mountain, disappears along with Shiro. Now it's just the two of you sliding across.
Yeah,
They saved this for us, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
you all slide across the water, slip it across along the across the water with Ray of Frost. With no eels or lightning bolt wand to hinder you this time, you manage to slide your way across the room, straight into the previous room. All of the Ents are awake now, all panicking, looking around. The Starfruit one is not awake, but the other three are panicking, looking around, and you see one of them pulling on the door. The entire room from where... Hold on, this isn't the right room. The entire room has completely rotated. And you are now back at where you were when you entered the room, as if though you just... You're at where you entered the room at first. The door that you had to open previously is now the exit. As you see, two of the Ents trying to yank it open, spinning the lock frantically. Of course, you know, they can't get out, they're too big, but they're trying to open the door.
Is it a wooden door?
It is a big
What
wooden...
is the door made of?
It is a big wooden door, but there is the lock on it, which is spinning frantically. You could try to solve it and open it.
I could just,
I'm just gonna
burn the
fucking break
fucking
down the
thing
door.
down.
You're gonna just...
I'm just gonna fucking. No,
I have-
I don't want you to waste spell slots.
So
I'm just
funny.
gonna
It's
warn
not
you
a spell
down.
slot. It's not a spell slot. I have the amulet of Scorching Ray.
Oh, yeah!
It's so funny. The only two people who knew the codes were the ones who
Teleported
disappeared
out! That's exactly why I did this. I want you to know.
It's so funny.
You're gonna try to
Was
blast
it like
it?
apple, pear, banana,
You don't
starfruit?
know in character?
Hmm?
I said,
Yeah.
you don't know in
Because
character.
we tried to remember.
Fuck around and find out.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
fucking
fuck it. I'm
smash
just gonna
the door
use the
down.
amulet and fucking... The amulet Scorching Ray. 3 rays right at the door.
As you run at the door, you blast it with Scorching Ray. They slam into the door, burning it open. You see the Ents looking like, what the fuck? Why did you do that?
No time, sorry!
What? You can't just...
Sorry, we'll pay damages later.
You can't... You're not going to pay damages! What? You hear a groan of, You hear a groan of pure just anger as you slip through this hole in the door and come
I
out.
love to imagine Lixa just fucking girl bossing right now.
You come out to see as you enter the first room that you were in. It's not the right one.
I mean, I wasn't in here, but...
Edwin
I mean,
was in
I was,
this.
but I wasn't...
I was in
wasn't here.
Oh yeah, right.
No, I was near to the second room.
Ford, you recognize this room. Flipped around, the exit is now a open hole of light just in front of you. Some rubble lays on the ground, some braziers, some fallen stone pillars, and 3 gnolls are sitting there chilling. They're not eating a guy this time. They're enjoying a nice meal, a roasted pig. You see them turning the Spitfire. They like kind of look up every now and again at the stones falling on top of them, but they don't really seem to care.
They're really having their last supper right now.
Yeah, for real. They're just like, fuck it, dude. This food's too good. We gotta eat this.
I don't know what to do with this room. I wasn't here.
It was just a
Is the
combat
door
encounter.
open? There's a door
It's
open.
it's just a hole where you could see the outside. You could see Concordia. By the way, anyone who teleported to the entrance can look in and see this happening.
Concordia or Laporia just chilling next to the mountain.
There's rocks falling, right?
Yeah, they're like it's like little pebbles, but the entire room is shaking, and there's stalactites just above. Oh.
I want it
big are
to be
these
known.
balls?
I want it to be known. Lixid is dodging rocks like a motherfucker right now.
Wow.
She's just fucking going.
Wow, she's improved.
It really is a shame that Concordia is not focused on anything going inside this place right now.
Yeah.
you guys are just
I mean,
running
I'm
by
doing
them.
pebbles.
Yeah.
As you run by
Maybe
them,
so now. Oh, we were
as
shit.
you run by them, you hear as one of them throws like a shank of meat at you, but they don't get up to attack you. As you hear another one like slap him and go, as you then just burst through the door. As you go through the door, I rotated the Realm of Renovamen map. Oops, hold on. Let
Get
me.
rotated, idiot.
No, the horrible curse has taken place. The map got rotated. No, hold on.
Mortiferum one.
Man, remember Renovamen looks different.
Man,
Is that-
Mortiferum,
does
and they get
anyone-
rotated, idiot.
Does anyone else feel slightly askew out here?
Yeah, guys, does anyone feel like this floor is not level? Did Mortiferum win while we were in there and put the island unlevel? That's crazy. But as you burst out the door, Shiro kind of just stares at you while Persephone's like, oh, thank God, as the doors slam behind you. And while you're safe and everything's okay, you look up to see the mountain's pieces begin to turn like a Rubik's Cube, spinning round and round. Even they turn in on themselves in ways that they shouldn't. As it continues to turn and twist, almost little sections get bought out, put back in. It continues to turn, twist, and turn. Surely anything within these walls would have been mangled by this. But finally, the mountain resettles into a position that you recognized it and sits.
Sorry. Right, Ford. Edwin, she's alive. Fuck. She
And
got
that
on a
matters
boat.
to me how?
She's. You wanted to know. So I asked.
So, a woman I don't really know. How would that matter?
Because you asked. And I'm trying.
Look, we've got more important things to deal with than your little romantic melodrama.
Fuck you,
I'm sure you
Victoria.
have more important things. Fuck you as well.
What the okay, everyone chill out. What is happening? Why are you two so pissy at this one? What happened? Like, if anyone should be pissy, it's me. Fucking Ford, I hate to tell you this. I've known Lixon's been this person for a while. I've been lying to you. I've known about it. I fucked up killing Sorson.
Hey.
I nearly killed Shiro. If anyone needs to be mad at people, it's me. And I'm happy to take it. So go on, take it. Go on, say it. I fucked up. I know I have. I always fuck up. So go on.
You're not the
You know
only
the irony of all that?
Fucked up, okay? I am the colossal fuck up here. I left you guys at the Eversnow. I disguised as some poor woman who apparently got attacked by her best friend upon coming back home. I went to somewhere I shouldn't have been. I lost my fucking eye. I fucked up killing Sorson. My dad is dead. My mom is gone and I still don't know where she's at. I'm
And
sorry,
why are you shouting it? Why are we all shouting? We don't need to shout. What's going on? Ford, what are you pissy about?
You know what?
What?
It's not worth the time. It's not.
No.
It is worth the time
it
if you're
is.
going to shout at someone. If you're going to shout at someone, you can explain it quietly.
If you want
So
the
bad.
ring back, you can have it.
I'll apologize. Sorry I didn't tell you anything.
Sorry, it's not. You, out of all people, I am. How do I word this in the nicest way? I'm the least mad at you. Because you didn't do anything. You did the right thing.
Lie to you? Like, I know it's kind of my thing, but
No, you. When you
what-
have to run out of a place and almost die, you realize one thing. And that people who are your friends should, you know, be friends. And you and Lixon are friends. You did the right thing by not telling me that it was Lixon. So I'm not mad at you.
Okay.
And as for you, Lixon,
I know. I
I'm
know. Okay.
not I'm not I'm not mad at you that as much as you think. I'm just mad you didn't it how do I'm just mad you sort of played with my heart in a way you might not have wanted to. And I'm not mad at you for that. It may be real, but that's something that's a whole different thing that I don't want to talk about right now. Keep the ring, I don't care.
Then why'd you shout at Concordia?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the fact that you just want to gloss over every single little thing that we do, every little problem, you want to gloss over and do the big thing. That's
do you
not
mean?
how a group works.
What are you talking about? Concordia, feel free to stop me, but I'm gonna defend you. What are you talking about?
If there's a problem in a group, you don't just gloss over it and have you say, "Oh, there's bigger fish to fry." You should clean up those issues first.
Says you who just went, it's not enough to complain about.
I was gonna
You
say.
are being hypocritical. You just said it, buddy. I'm not being mad at you, but there are some times where there's bigger fish to fry. If you're gonna be mad at Concordia for that, you should be fucking pissed at me. There's entire spells that I can't look at, or else I'll go into a hyperventilation state. My eye's gone. I can't cast magic, but I'm still here and going on the rest of you. I'm a wanted criminal, like, so badly. But we're not fretting over that because there are bigger fish to fry.
You're
If you're gonna be-
done with your little spiel, hero.
Are you done with your little spiel, victim? That's how you want to
Yeah,
act.
Please
that's
stop.
right.
Please. Let's just stop.
That's all we were to you, wasn't it? For we were just your victims. You had to go parading your big sword and your big ego to go kill Mortiferum yourself, and you got us all killed.
Lepori's like
What?
looking at Ford now.
What?
Hell, I had to make the entirety of the Eversnow to make sure they could get out. I wasn't so lucky, Ford, was I? And all because you just couldn't spare yourself the heroics. No, just in over your head all the time. Couldn't let glory slip away from you. But you're fucking fine letting me. And then what? You march on Mortiferum's doorstep the second time. Put me right back in the grave. Call yourself a hero then. I had to watch so many people die for it. People I worked with in that war, people that were my friends. I had to kill Lavelle because of you.
And I had to watch my own daughter die. Don't you think that's equal?
No, I don't.
Lepori holds Concordia's hand. I'm with Connie on this one. I've died before as well, and had to watch so many people of my friends die. That doesn't make it... Losing one person close to you doesn't make it okay to kill so many more.
I had to wander Renovamen for 1,000 years. Because of you. You couldn't let the chance slip away. I had to watch as the Coalition struck my name from history, labeled me a monster, made sure that I had nothing left, if I even could come back. And that was on you. Because you had to be Mr. Big Shot Hero. What's on your hand for it? I'm sick of pretending that you're someone you're not. My friend.
That's fine with me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go back to my workshop and live my life peacefully
What?
without anything else of you.
You just not. You're gonna give up now? You can't. You. That's not how you clean your hands of blood.
If
I've killed some.
I might chime
What?
in. Persephone, over in the corner, Shiro is just standing. Shiro has a look of just kind of worry on his face with the group, and Persephone steps up. If I were to chime in, I've seen many a thing over the years of death and of sorrow, and I mean, if we really stop and think, I don't know most of you. She looks at Lixon, but what I do know is that if you've gotten yourself in a place where you think walking away is just going to solve anything, She sighs for a moment. If you're worried about causing the deaths of others, is walking away from a problem only you can solve going to absolve you of that? Would you rather not, I don't know, feel good about dying trying to prevent it than sit around in the guilt that you didn't try at all?
I already tried that last time.
Forward.
And even
There's
if you
differences,
failed
though.
that time, you've got people who you've gone through hell and back with. I mean, it seems as such. You've got information, probably. I hope you did, at least, from the Tesseract before we left. You've probably conquered several things before this. Who's to say he's even alive in there? What if he's just rotting? Who's to say you can't just sneak up on him and end this in an instant? Walking away from this is, well, I may be one to talk, but it's cowardly. It's not going to solve anything. When I was given invisibility by Concordia, and I saw a chance to escape the church party, that group of people who kept me in because if they said a word, I'd be hunted and murdered. I snuck away. I left you all to deal with that. You ended up going to jail, and in a day or two, they found me again. Put me in a cell in their stupid little base underground in Flumen until I was ready to come out and play. Do you know where running away and walking away ended me up? Right back where I started. Nothing was changed, and the same things that would have happened if I stayed happened anyway. Change starts with you. It starts with us. And if Mortiferum really is alive, really in fighting shape, you'd rather die? Just not even trying? Letting things play out? Getting to the same result? Without even making an attempt to change it?
You'd go home and let us do it instead, without you? Knowing that we could die just trying?
Kapori's gonna pat Concordia's hand with the, like, kind of let go because they were holding it, and like kind of walk up and just kind of stand in front of Ford's path. Ford, listen, I've been here a while, obviously, and I've been around the block a few times of killing people, but the blood on your hands is something you'll never lose. But one of the things you can decide is whose it is. And so, if you want to, you could help us get rid of Mortiferum. Or, like, Lepori, like, kind of stretches out their hands. Or strike me down here. It's gonna be much easier than letting whatever Mortiferum does if we lose. Because I'm not trying to keep you to stay. Just you need to realize that you have to choose. Do you want to go let the blood soak into your hands and kill us, me, I don't know? Or do you want to try see a way to get it clean? It's not going to clean forever. It's not going to go away, but at least you know that maybe one of the people you killed was a good death. And take that from take that from an assassin who currently has a bounty on your head. Even if you go home, I'm not going to go after it. But just know that I also won't be able to protect you. I can't say that I'm the one getting close to you to try to get rid of you. Just like you get to decide, Ford. I'm not gonna let you go without a fight, but if you want to go home there badly, give me a scar to remember you by at least. Or on my chest, it's right there. I didn't take a damage in that battle. I know you did. So we even. You can do damage to me, then you can go home, maybe wallow in self-pity, and see if you can ever hide the blood from your hands, or we keep going. I've been here so long, and been through this so many times. This is the fourth fucking gate we finally got. I thought it was like a myth we could do this. But I'm also not going to let you just leave after saying you that you killing someone was worth it for one person. And I know I'd be selfish because I've been affected by it because of sources. And I've killed before, but I don't try to run away from my problem. Well, I do, but I know who I've killed, and I try to make up for it. Even a little. So, Ford, Wallaby.
If you've been looking at Ford's hands, they've kind of just been rubbing against the metal on the sides of the daggers that he keeps at his sides. And you see that he pulls the two of them out, sort of just looks at both of them, and he just chucks it right off the water. I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for?
It's stupid for me to undermine everyone else for one person.
I'm not saying that you losing your daughter was a bad thing or a good thing.
No, it's not that. It's the fact that I did what I did just because of her. Not because I wanted to be a big fucking hero or do what no one else could do. It's because I was angry. So I pulled everybody else in. And everybody else had to suffer for what I did. And for the choice that I made.
Shit, I know they had
And
problems. A lot of people into my problems as well.
I'm I'm done with trying to be okay with what I did. I need to clean the blood.
And do you think
I
going
know
back
that
and hiding away is going to do that?
Lepori, let him speak.
no, the boy's right. Connie, I know you'll probably never forgive me, but I can at least make a promise that I will try my damnedest to make sure you're at least remembered for what you did. The good things, not the bad. Because I shouldn't be. To many, I should be a traitor, not a hero. I've killed more people than I've killed enemies. You were the real hero, not me. And I want the history books to reflect it. So let's just finish what we started.
You're so close to being right, you know that.
And how
There ain't
so?
no heroes here, Ford. It's not what it's about. It's not about the label, it's not about the accolade. We do it because it's right. Best thing you could give me at this point? You've killed me twice now. I just want one that's permanent. The only way we're gonna do that is if we stop him for good this time. So just
Wait, what?
third time's the charm, okay?
I know. I've been trying to forget about it, but I know.
Concordia, as you said, you've been killed twice. You hear a light, confused. Wait, what? Come from Persephone over in the corner.
You'll get the story in time, kiddo.
You'll learn about the died once club. Maybe died.
It's a, we've all
Well,
been there.
uh, if
I want it to be known,
Mhm.
uh, Buxton is not near the red party right now.
Just like off to the side, probably with Shiro, who's also
No, Lixin has gone off to like the edge of the island to go look into the water.
well.
Boy's going to walk over to Connie.
We're all clearly tense and unrested. If I could make a suggestion, why don't we rest somewhere? I'm sure this island wouldn't be the worst place to do it.
I mean, it's pretty remote. It's not exactly like we're gonna get a ton of company.
Yeah,
Solid spot
I
to
can
rest.
keep guard if need be.
I suppose we'll set up here and wait for the two of them to return.
They're gonna need their time.
Right. I'll
We all do.
You see as Persephone reaches in her bag and begins to set up for the night. It isn't nighttime right now. It's still, it's getting close. The sun is setting at the moment. But with 1 month, 16 days, and 2 hours, keep in mind I subtracted another week because of what the Tesseract said, you all prepare to camp for the night. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off my desktop audio and audio input capture for just a second. Okay,
Oh,
sorry about that.
go,
We're back.
spooky.
I am going to hop up and just gonna let my players do their thing while Persephone sets up camp and whatnot. I'll be back.
So Lixin is like I said, just kind of sitting at the edge of the island. She's on her knees, kind of. Like, she's like on her knees, but like you're sitting with her legs like underneath her.
Mm.
And she kind of takes one of her like clawed fingers and pokes at the water, at her reflection in the water, and kind of just watches it ripple for a little bit until it settles. And it's the same reflection, so she just kind of sighs and folds her hands in her lap.
I think Concordia's gonna head over.
Or it'll be like, do you want me to come or do you want time alone?
I'll call you over if needed.
Alright. Be here.
Of course. Concordia's gonna go over to Lixin. The kind of like water around gets like a little colder as Concordia rocks up. It's just, hey there, kiddo. So tell me what's going on in that head of yours.
I don't know, I guess I just... I mean, you've lived for hundreds of years, Concordia. You would know better than anyone what it's like to feel like you've changed beyond any recognition.
You can say that again. I remember back in the day, before all the wartime, I learned magic because it was fun. I had dreams of becoming just a really cool kind of archmage, you know? Not the kind that's super protector of the realmy, but more so breaking the concepts of magic wide open, you know? That big ideas innovator type. I didn't get to see any of that out in the end. God knows once I came back the second time, I didn't really have a choice but to kind of embrace what I am now.
Yeah.
Lost your way, huh?
I guess when I first joined the Pori, and well, I guess it was technically a Ford. When I first joined this mission, I was ignorant, but I was kind. I tried appealing to Shiro, appealing to Sorsen. I just wanted to go home. Wanted to go home to my father, and I wanted to just not have to deal with any of this. It was not. I didn't know Arillo. Lixin never met Arillo.
You did.
No, I
It
didn't.
was
No,
before-
it was after.
I
It
think
was
we met him like
literally the-
once.
No, it was the session after
Really?
Faith had arrived. Then Lixin joined. Mm-hmm.
No, I never met Arillo.
Seriously? Why is that
No.
mixed up?
The only people
Damn.
Arillo knew,
I gotta catch
They're-
up.
the only people
I'm
Arillo
really,
know
I'm
now
really fucking
would
mixed
be
up.
Lapori.
So,
Just Lapori, yeah. I don't know. My brain mixed up the two in like order.
I was like, yeah, no, Lixin never met Arillo.
I always thought Lixin was first, and then it was Arillo. I bugged myself off.
well, by the sounds of it, you've just been dealt a really shitty hand. And a game you were never really asking to play. Life's cruel like that.
I know, but this wasn't who I was. I mean, fuck, I impersonated a girl who could have been dead for all I know. I impersonated her and
Yeah, that was a
went
pretty spectacular
when
move.
I went and poked around in places I was supposed to. I got hurt. I don't recognize myself anymore.
Like it or not, this is a wartime. And it's meant not be for the rest of Renovamen, but for us it certainly is. And that's what war does to you. It changes you. You either adapt or you die along the way. The feeble folk, the ones not destined to make it, they try and change the system around them, and it claims them. There's no justice for those people. And then there's the realists, changed with what the time demands of them. And it's the worst reality ever, but it's how it is. It's what you've done. Situation forced you to change, and you changed. It's not to say the old you's gone.
I gave up my wish. If I add question. The Tesseract let me have two because Ford left.
How much you spend them on?
I asked about Evelyn. Where she was, what happened to her.
How's she doing?
She got on a boat and left. She confronted Sorsen, and he didn't take it well. She didn't take it well. They fought. She was hurt. She left. And he chose to forget about all of it. So he was none the wiser when I showed up. She's alive.
She left Renovamen, huh?
Yeah.
Smart girl. You know, there's physically nothing stopping you from doing the same.
I can't leave now.
I didn't think so.
I was gonna ask where my mom was. I haven't seen her for years. She just left one day.
Well, something to occupy the rest of your life with.
If I get that.
Well, if you don't, you're not going to be worrying about it anymore anyway.
What is death like, Concordia?
Depends which time.
Is there anything there to just avoid?
The first time hurts like hell. It's scary. Not because of what's there, but because nothing's there. Until, if you're cursed like me, you just wake up again. Everything hurts, but you're back. And you try it again. Then it's the same thing. And you try it again. And you try it again. And you try it again. And it never works. No matter how many tries. How many times you try. The lucky people, it should just be nothing. Just a moment and it's over. The worst part is waking up afterwards. That's the bit you don't want.
I think this is gonna sound dumb. I think for most of my life I've already felt dead. I was never really appreciated for my magical talents. Persephone was always the better of the two of us. The one thing that I really cared about in life walked out of the kingdom and didn't look back. And the one time I felt like I actually made a connection with someone, he evaporated in front of me.
Who's that?
Um, he was. I could you see us in the Eversnow?
Of course I did.
It was the the the. I can't remember what race.
The Seta.
The satyr. Yeah, I guess he was a satyr. I don't know if he was a satyr or what he was. Um, the satyr that was with us.
Oh, him. Little old Bane Slate Huff.
What? You know
Yeah,
you know his name?
we met a few times, me and him. He's a... Well, you know him, he's a collector. Loves a good story. And with my experience, I'm full of them, so...
I want you to know Lixin has looked away from the water to look over at Concordia.
We've shared a nice few stories over some drinks around the table. Great guy. Skittish as anything, though. He's terrified of making a friend. Why'd you think he ran off?
He's not dead.
No, not much could kill him if it tried. He's a slippery one, but if he's anything like I know him, chances are he ran off because of you. Not in like a bad way. How do I put this? He doesn't like letting people get close. He's really afraid of letting people in. And I know what you're like. Chances are you got a little too close for comfort, and instead of giving it the chance and letting you in, he got scared and ran away. It's what he does. He's out there somewhere. Like I said, not much can keep him down.
I don't want to. I don't want to float through this world of this life anymore, Concordia. I don't.
You're telling me.
For once, I want to feel like I'm alive. And for a sliver of a moment, I feel like maybe I was.
Kind of ironic for me to mention this, but to an extent, even I still think that life is it's a gift within itself, something to be cherished and looked after. It's definitely worth living for the normal amount of time. You're just you're young. You got plenty of years left in you. Once we're done with all this lichdom crap, you've got plenty of time left to go find him. Fate's funny. You'll find each other eventually.
Uh, is Ford gonna be alright?
Hmm?
Ford.
He's a tough cookie. I don't give him as much credit as I should for his rank in the war. He was definitely a cut above where he was put. Man's talented. I can't exactly deny that. He was a hothead back then. Got him into a lot of trouble and got us into trouble as a result, but most of the time we could keep him afloat. And it never came from a bad place. He's grumpy, he's stubborn, he can be a bit of a dick sometimes, but I can't deny he's always meant well. Just has a hard time showing it.
I really messed up.
Welcome to the club. Not to diminish it, you did. I'm not gonna deny that. Especially with Ford, it's definitely a temperamental heart to mess with. But I know what he's like. I know what you're like. It's not exactly as if you're gonna be enemies for life. Be patient with him. Allow him to be patient with you. Work through it.
Thank you.
Of course. May as well leave some good behind in this trash fire before I leave.
About that, this might come off as a weird question, but do you want to be remembered, Concordia?
What a weird one. I can have a better answer for you once we get there. There's something I need to show you all along the way. That'll answer that.
Alright.
It's gonna be so exciting. You know, being able to close my eyes and not know if I have to open them back up again.
I know you're excited.
Can't wait to see her again.
Fuck, sorry. Luxin starts tearing up and then she's looking, very rapidly looking away from Concordia and trying to hide the fact that she's definitely on the verge of crying.
Got something in your eye there, kiddo.
Stop, it's fine. Don't tease me about it.
Alright, hotshot.
I haven't gotten to cry in a while.
I mean, if it helps, there's other things I can tease you on.
Oh god.
I mean, hell, I've been giving up on Fleck this whole time. It's you that actually can't handle it.
It's not, I did it on purpose.
If that's gonna be your cover story, that's okay.
Alright. I'm definitely going to miss you.
I would hope so.
And, hey, in the case that, I know this is the worst case scenario, right? We don't defeat him, and he kills us. Will you go find him for me? If you can.
If you think I get to keep my mind in a world where we lose, you're sorely mistaken.
Right.
I've already been feeling him creeping his way back in. I fear the closer we get, the harder it's gonna be to block him out. It was probably the strongest undead he ever made. Sucked for all the people that had to treat me as an enemy, but also meant I had the most control over my mind, at least for a while. Eventually, the voice doesn't leave your head. Your own thoughts get drowned out, and you're left with nothing but what he tells you to do. Forces you to turn on your friends. It's not like you're completely gone, though. You see it from your own eyes. Use your own hands. Tear them apart. Then you don't get a say in any of it.
Won't that necklace help you?
Nopori's a dear for trying, but this ain't exactly something like divination magic. It's a lot more spiritual than that. I'm gonna do my best to hold on and keep my mind my own, but if push comes to shove, I can't keep control. It's gotta be on you guys to keep me quiet, okay?
Yeah. Of course.
If it happens, don't think of it as me. Besides, I can take it.
You can go do what you need to do, Concordia.
I'll leave you to it. You need anyone else? Bring it over, or are you gonna be okay on your own for a while?
I'll just sit here and think, I guess.
Don't be a stranger. Oh, and one more thing.
Hmm.
Your ice knife's looking a lot better. Concordia's gonna head back to the kind of camp setup. I'm guessing like Persephone and Ford and Shiro and Lipari are all around.
You actually see Lepori is like starting to walk off. Kind of like giving a little wave. Just, oh, I'll be right back, don't worry.
Alright.
With that high.
Fort's just kind of keeping watch.
Hi, zombie the dirt.
With that, breaks through window. Hi, I'm back. I think are we good to end there? We good to end there? We have had a bit of a.
I will. If the session continues, I won't be here because it's like 1:30 in the morning. I should probably sleep soon.
Yeah. Fair enough. We've
Yeah,
also had a pretty.
will.
We also had a
I
pretty
also won't be
tense.
because DMs.
Yeah,
my other
so
DD
I would-
started 3
I
minutes
would.
ago.
Wow. Yeah.
That's from now.
We'll end session there. There's always next week. Hope we're all okay after that. But I'm gonna go.
I have Tuesday off next week.
Yuppie! Sorry.
I don't have Friday though. So
Oh!
I'm trying to fuck some things over. Yeah.
Have fun.
No.
Me and I have off Tuesday, but no Friday. It's alright. I'm sure we. Well, I mean, to be
Even in
fair,
French?
we'll work it out. I'm sure. I'm gonna go send you all the
Maybe
Dash
we-
Ducks. You all have a good night. You should go to Dash Ducks now.
Quack quack.